After hearing the mountain lions at Mingus Mountain Academy are the heartbeat of the mountain, serving a major role in the success of the entire campus, we sat down with some of the best and brightest to get a better understanding of what it truly means to be a mountain lion. What are the benefits to being a mountain lion?
The benefits of being a mountain lion, I mean, you get more privileges and, like, it's cool, like, you get to, like, go off campus and share, like, times with, like, your sisters and, like, go up to the chapel and do activities and stuff. How I feel about it, it's a good thing for me, because when I first got here, I was like, a peer ran culture, ML, like, at first when I got here, like, I put my hands on people. I didn't care who you was. If you looked at me wrong, it was about to be a problem. So, me, like, having the motivation, and then people started telling me about the ML club. Oh yeah, like, you get more privileges, like, you do this, that, and the third. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And then, like, being put down, like, by people in my life, it was just a motivation for me. And so when I became part of the ML club, and I started seeing, like, what was happening, I'm like, oh yeah, this could be fun for me. Like, it was a different experience because when I was home, I wasn't looked at as a leader. I tried to fit in with the crowd, and I didn't know I didn't know personally I had leadership skills until I got here. And all I have to tell somebody is to sit down and they'll do it, or can you go sweep this and they'll do it. Like, they listen to me more than they listen to staff, and I'm surprised because I was always the, like, follower. Like, you said let's go somewhere, and I was right on it. Like, I didn't know I had my own voice. So when I got here, they was like, you can use your voice for the good. And I started, like, controlling stuff and controlling myself and, like, finding patience within myself and with other peers. And I didn't know, like, being a leader, people look up to you and they look at the potential you have. They just don't look at you, oh yeah, you're just a regular person. They look at, like, the stuff that you've been through. And, like, the only thing I could do is I can motivate people from here on out. And I could be like, hey, being a mountain lion, you could do this, that, and the third, and you could be successful leaving this program. You don't have to go home and doubt yourself and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna mess up and I'm going to, like, fail. You can leave this program and be successful, and you could be you. Like, at this program, you don't have to fake it to make it. You just be yourself. And if you feel like we could push you to do some good things, then we push you to do some good things. And we can only help you if you want help.
What does it take to become a mountain lion?
Well, in my perspective of it, I feel like to become an ML, you have to have leadership. You have to have empathy, and you have to have consideration for others, because without that, you wouldn't understand what's going on with another person. You wouldn't understand, like, the empathy for the situation. Like, you wouldn't put yourself in their shoes. But to be an ML, like, you definitely need leadership. And it's all laid out for you. Everything's completely laid out for you here at Mingus. And it's up to you. It's up to the individual if they want to take those tools and use them in the right way. Like me, when I first got here, I didn't play any games. I worked my program. I wanted to get my ML. I remember the second day here, I was like, I'm going to get my ML. How long does it take to get my ML? And they were like, oh, you have to have your 30-day staffing. You have to work your program completely getting positive. And now I'm 10 weeks positive. And everything is going well for me. And I mean, yeah, it's hard to be an ML and all that. And there's struggles, but you can't break under pressure because you're a role model for people. You're like a leader for people. And if you break under pressure or you, like, are disrespectful, and that's one thing, what does it take to become an ML? You have to be respectful. You have to be completely respectful and have empathy. Like, empathy and consideration for others is one of the main things, because without that, you wouldn't know what's going on with the person. I mean, it's a simple thing to become an ML. Your stay here is better. Everything is better, more positive, and you have a more optimistic outlook on life. It's pretty easy, to be honest.
What is a mountain lion exec?
A mountain lion exec is sort of like junior staff. Like, we help motivate the mountain lions to become where they could be an exec. And it's like we're higher than an ML, but we're understaffed. So like I like to like be the funny one and go like sit in the issues like I'm staff, and like I like I can run my dorm perfectly. Like I feel like it's exec. You have to be like a strong person, like strong-willed, like be able to like voice yourself and give like awesome feedback and to like just inspire people. And like I always wanted to do that in my life. So like I just wanted to inspire people, and hopefully like when I grow up I can be a motivational speaker. So like like all the execs been through something different, and they all have a story, and we all came a long way in our program. And being an exec is a huge thing on this campus because it went to a point where we only had one exec to 13, and we come together as like a sister club, and it's like they call me the mother bear on the dorm because like even though I'm almost the youngest person on the dorm, like I help people from the age 17 about to turn 18. I helped a person who came in here from doing drugs to not wanting to do drugs anymore. I helped a person who came in here for exploitation to move on and better herself, and hopefully she's out there doing good. Hopefully she's out there getting a job and she doesn't have to go back to the streets to look for anything else. And I just want the best for everybody. And I feel like exactly you have to be strong-willed. You want to you have to motivate people to become where they are and to become a better person no matter how old you are. A Zach could be 13 years old and like telling like a 17-year-old how to change their lives. And like I feel like that's like a huge thing on this campus. Like I feel like everybody need a motivation in their life.
All right. Is there anything you have learned as a mountain lion that you can take with you when you leave Mingus?
Well, this place, like when I first came here, like I thought it was stupid. I was like, this place is stupid. Like it's not gonna teach me nothing. But like as I went through the process of becoming a mountain lion, and like getting to know like all these people that I've met here, like it expanded my me culture wise, and like stuff that we do get backs. Like if we have a problem with somebody, we'd be like, hey, like like what you did, I didn't think it was okay. Like we have like real conversations about why we have problems with people and stuff like that to move like past it. Like when I get out of here, I've learned a lot of stuff from here that I can use outside of here. Like the fact of like doing get backs, like talking to people about the problems like I have, like stuff like that. Also, like intervention, like when somebody's doing something wrong, like we do it like a certain way, but like you could do that on the outs, like be like, hey, like what you're doing right now, like I'm not, like it's not okay, like you shouldn't be doing that, like this place teaches you how to communicate with people the right way, like help you communicate, like if you have a boss, like how you're gonna like come off towards them, like your attitude, like it teaches you a lot of things here that helps you work on like getting a job, working well with people, like your co-workers, stuff like that.
Awesome. What's a get back?
A get back is when another peer like comes off rude or something, or like you have a problem with what they were doing, like they were like stealing or something, you'd walk up to them and be like, hey, like are you open? If they say yeah, I'd be like, well, your behaviors, like when you did that, when you stole this, like stuff like that, like I wasn't okay with it, and it like really hurt me because I like trusted you and stuff like that. That's what a get back is.